Hello and good evening. My name is Alicia Faxon, and I am presenting on the International Organization for Migration. The International Organization for Migration's mission is the commitment to the principle that humane and orderly migration benefits migrants and society. The IOM, along with partners in the international community, act to assist in meeting the growing operational challenges of migration management, advance understanding of migration issues, encourage social and economic development through migration, and uphold the human dignity and well-being of migrants. The IOM is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. The IOM's Director General is Antonio Vitorino. He has held the post since October 2018. The IOM was first known as the Provisional Intergovernmental Committee for the Movement of Migrants from Europe, or PICMME. It was organized to help deal with the chaos and resettlement of people displaced due to World War II. The IOM's history tracks natural and man-made disasters. It also helps to organize elections for refugees displaced in other countries. In 2016, the IOM became a related organization of the United Nations and is currently the principal IGO that works in the field of migration. It leads the field of migration and works with governmental and local agencies to advance the understanding of migration issues. The IOM is the agency of reference in the global debate on the social, economic, and political implications of migration in the 21st century. Migration has become a key issue for countries all over the world. An estimated 191 million persons are international migrants. A combination of contemporary forces, including conflict and instability, global demographic and economic trends, facilitated travel and communication, all create powerful incentives for people to move. The scope and nature of migration is such that all countries are affected, whether they are countries of origin, transit, or destination, or a combination thereof. This is the mandate of the IOM. The Commission's mandate was to place international migration on the global agenda by promoting a comprehensive debate among governments, international organizations, academia, civil society, private sector, media, and other actors on all aspects of migration and issues related to migration. Analyze gaps in current policy approaches to migration and examining interlinkages with other issue areas by focusing on various approaches and perspectives of governments and other stakeholders in different regions, and by addressing the relationship of migration with other global issues that impact on and cause migration. They also choose to present recommendations to the United Nations Secretary General and other stakeholders on how to strengthen national, regional, and global governance of international migration. Their areas of work include migration and development, facilitating migration, regulating migration, and forced migration. There are currently 173 member states that belong to the IOM. Of the 173 members, the United States, the United Kingdom, Mexico, and Jordan are members. This is interesting to note, as one of the main reasons for Brexit currently is migration. The United States is currently dealing with its own migration issues at southern borders, while Mexico and Jordan are falling short on the infrastructure to maintain the overwhelming number of migrants they currently have. Some of the organizations with observer status include the International Monetary Fund, the United Nations Development Program, the World Health Organization, and UNESCO. Along with the United Nations organizations, there are also NGOs that IOM works with, like Human Rights Watch, the Catholic Relief Fund, and Amnesty International. Funding comes in several ways to IOM. It comes from member states, through private organizations and foundations, as well as individual contributions. The budget is broken down into several components. Administration of the IOM is funded by assessed contributions of member states. Operations of the IOM is funded by voluntary contributions. These contributions go towards services and support like migration health, policy and research, and emergency and post-crisis migration management. The annual budget for the IOM is $1.8 billion as of 2018. The IOM's organizational structure is highly decentralized, and that enables the organization to acquire the capacity to deliver an ever-increasing number and diversity of projects at the request of its member states. The IOM's field structure is composed of 9 regional offices, 2 special liaison offices, 2 administrative centers, 5 country offices with coordinating functions. In addition, there are 4 country offices with resource mobilization functions, country offices and sub-offices, as well as the African Capacity Building Center, which is based in Tanzania, and the Global Migration Data Analysis Center, which is based in Berlin, Germany. There are 2 administrative centers in Manila and Panama, and a projectization is used by the IOM whereby staff and office costs associated with implementing a project are charged to projects through a timeline allocation concept referred to as projectization. The Council of the IOM is the highest authority. It meets once a year in regular session and in special session at the request of 1/3 of its members, the Director General, or the Chairman of the Council in urgent circumstances. The main functions of the Council, as set out in the provisions of the IOM Constitution, are to determine, examine, and review the policies, programs, and activities of the organization, review the reports, approve and direct the activities of any subsidiary body, review the reports, approve and direct the activities of the Director General, review and approve the program, the budget, and the expenditure and the accounts of the organization, and to take any other appropriate action to further the pursuit of the organization. The IOM maintains an assembly, and each member state holds voting rights. The IOM also maintains an executive committee, a subcommittee for budget and finance, standing committee on programs and finance, and several working groups. The IOM issues several reports a year, such as the annual report, their program and budget report, financial reports, resolutions, and several others. In conclusion, the IOM, or the International Organization on Migration, is very important in today's global affairs. There are natural disasters occurring in many parts of the world that displace many people from their homes. And it is not only natural disasters that are displacing migrants, but also ongoing conflicts like ones in Venezuela, Libya, Yemen, and Syria. Millions of refugees and migrants have left these countries due to political and social turmoil. The most important work that the IOM is doing is assisting migrants in settling in a new country or helping them to reintegrate back into their native country. It is so important that we discuss this organization and that we help this organization. In doing so, it may alleviate the fear that even member nations have in accepting migrants. Thank you very much for your time.